So, Code Zero's back up again, running very...
So last week, you watched me go racing for the first time, single-handed. This week, there's too much going on for us to go sailing, but I do have to go and visit the boat, so I'll take the opportunity just to show you how we mount our camera on the back of the boat.
So, okay, only a short film this week. Loads of family stuff stopping us going sailing, so we're not going sailing. But from the last film of me racing, and from the previous film of us sailing the family, I've had quite a few comments asking about how we do the camera on the back of the boat. So I thought I've just come out to the boat to check it, and because I want to fix a speaker in the side of the cockpit, actually talking to the cockpit. See that? Ugh. All the time we've been sailing on the Medway, we've never had a problem with birds pooing on the decks, and whatever it is about this mooring, we've got more than our fair share of birds, I think. So got to clean that up as well. And if you've only got simple good ideas for keeping birds off your boat, let me know please. Anyway, back to the camera. People asking me about how I did the camera on the back of the boat. Up until now, it's always been our scrubbing broom lashed to the push bit at the back. Slightly more high-tech this time, in that it's now an aluminium pole lashed to the boarding ladder, which I lower kind of halfway, which gets it further away from the boat. And then the camera, we've got all high-tech, has got a homemade gimbal. So it's a cheap GoPro knockoff type of thing, which I bought off of eBay for 20 quid or something because it was second hand, on what is a cheap GoPro aluminium mount for a bicycle. It's meant to be clamped on the handlebars here and whatever, and I think there was something on here, but I took that off. But anyway, I used that, so that's got the camera screw to it. And then in there, this is a stainless steel kind of universal joint, moves like model car drive shafts and whatever else uses them things, screwed into there. Well, I made a little post to screw it in on a bit of wire, and then that is going to go into the end of my aluminium tube, which you'll see in a minute. And then as a counterweight, I've got another bent bit of metal with a brass weight, which is an old lump of pipe screwed onto it. Now, I am no expert on gimbals, and this is definitely a work in progress. I wouldn't call it a finished design, but as my knowledge of it, the trick is to have it only just counterbalanced. If it's too heavy, it just acts like a pendulum and swings and swings and swings. If it's just about counterbalanced, then you can move it backwards and forwards. I can't hold that. If I hold it that way around, if I get it steady, as I move it, it doesn't swing. Yeah. If it was too heavy, it would swing. So that's the trick. So I'll set it up and I'll show you what it's like. So in brief, that is all there is to it. Boarding ladder, aluminium tube, about 45 degrees out to the camera. And then as the boat moves around, that stays basically fairly level. So there's every chance this is going to go horribly wrong, but I've got the camera on record, although it might be slightly crooked, I don't know. I'm going to try and rock the boat, okay?
Okay, so that didn't work. It might have done if I'd remembered to put a SIM card in the little GoPro. So as it happens, you didn't get to see any of it. But here's some footage of the first time we went sailing, our first sail of the year, which was also the first time we used this little gimbal. And although it's not perfect, it does give you a different view of the boat. It's far enough back to make it seem like someone's following us. You can see the boat. It does kind of keep the horizon level, so you get a sense of how much the boat's leaning over or not leaning over. And well, it's a different view, isn't it? I kind of like it, although I still would like to do a bit more work. Somehow I need to damp its movement out a bit. You watch it too long and it kind of makes you a bit queasy. But for now, I think it's a step in the right direction. So I'll persevere. If you like it or don't like it, let me know in the comments below. Or if you've got any ideas on how I can make it a bit better, I'm all ears. But in the meantime, that's it for this film. Thanks for watching. I'm Ian, and you've been watching Sailing with the Foxwell family.